Hello, and welcome to another episode of Post Pub Cinema, the series where we look at films through the lens of beer goggles and give our thoughts about them. Because if you've never seen a movie wasted, have you even seen the movie? This week I want to talk about The Terminator, made in 1984, directed by James Cameron and written by himself and produced by Gail Ann Hurd. The story is about a young woman, Sarah Connor, who's stalked by two men. One an unstoppable assassin who targets everyone in Los Angeles with her name, and the other an intense hobo with a shotgun who claims he's been sent back through time to protect her by her own unborn son, who is fated to lead humanity in a war of annihilation against sentient machines. Self-taught filmmaker James Cameron started his career working as a production assistant on low-budget movies from the New World Studios, headed by Roger Corman, who specialised in making rip-offs of big studio films currently trending in Hollywood at the time. He shopped his script around unsuccessfully until he pitched it to an independent studio headed by John Daly of the Hemdale Film Corporation. The film was picked up and budgeted at just over $6 million. The film, distributed by Orion Pictures, became a successful hit, earning $78 million on release. Much of the cast were initially sceptical about the film's success, including star Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is ironic because it made him a global international movie star. There are good stories about how this film got made. I like the one about Lance Henriksen dressing up as a Terminator and busting down a studio executive's door during the pitch meeting. And there's a funny anecdote about James Cameron wanting to pick a fight with Arnold because he didn't want him to play the lead in the film. But why is Terminator so successful? I think it's lightning in a bottle, a good script, great special effects and excellent casting, but everything from the intro music by Brad Fiedel to the end credits just works. Arnold's huge size and bulk make him otherworldly enough for him to play a cyborg, and his heavy accented English and line delivery, whether it's intentional or not, makes his character seem robotic. Linda Hamilton, a classically trained actress from New York, imbues her character with fragility, purpose and tragedy. Michael Biehn, in his first leading role, and in a funny twist of typecasting, plays a suspected stalker again after his previous film The Fan, a slasher film where he stalks Lauren Bacall. Cameron freely borrows inspiration from loads of different sources, but I think I am the first one to point out the similarity between this film and the excellent Robert Redford film 3 Days of the Condor. It's got the same Stockholm Syndrome romance device where hostages develop a psychological alliance with their captors during captivity. The same plot device was used successfully later in the Bourne Identity movie starring Matt Damon. The film flips between the present and future, and we get a glimpse of a post-apocalyptic future with a war against the machines, which is a cross between Mad Max and Star Wars. The film starts off like a thriller or slasher movie and revs up into high-octane action halfway, moving at breakneck speed to its gory conclusion. There are so many great set pieces in this film: the cyborg's introduction, the nightclub shootout, the assault on the police station, the freeway chase. Cameron, with a modest budget, works miracles, blending spectacular stunts with cutting-edge SFX and a great Terminator robot design created by Stan Winston. Terminator is a tense, thrilling, frightening, action-packed movie that leaves you on the edge of your seat. Arnie is awesome as the killer robot, but the two lead performances really make Terminator not just a great action film, but a great movie in a decade full of great movies. The developing relationship between the leads, from mistrust and fear to romance, is both subtle and effective, and it makes for a bittersweet finale that feels earned and poignant. Terminator went on to spawn 6 sequels which were bigger, louder, and in Judgment Day's case, even better than the original, but Terminator is sweeter and it makes for a perfect late night viewing. It's my personal favourite of the franchise, and I would love if one of the reboots could try and capture the spirit of the first film. I think Arnie was better cast as the bad guy, and I didn't appreciate the franchise's descent into slapstick and self-parody. So what do you think of The Terminator? Let me know, leave a comment below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
Yo, what's up? Baby, let's go.